Prince Andrew. Oh, sorry. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. What? That's his, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor? British people, I'm tired. What is that name? What is that name? What are you? That's insane. You guys, I let you slide with Benedict Cumberbatch, but this is you're on thin ice. You know that British people, comment your names in the comment section down below. Go ahead and tell me your names. I'm wildly curious what your name is. I'm Annalise Pumbershire. I'm Charleston Piggly-Wink Dibblegottom. Just making up nonsense words with English. It's just worthless words. Doesn't even sound like English. You just guys have your own language. It's insane. Anyway, he's been stripped of his titles, has been arrested by the British police on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Now the charge stems from allegations that he shared confidential government documents with Jeffrey Epstein while serving as a trade envoy. His brother, King Charles III, issued a statement supporting a full, fair, and proper process, adding that the law must take its course. This is not a place whispering campaign. This is a monarchy publicly affirming that his sibling is not above the law. And I love that. That is beautiful. I enjoy that deeply. Now, I could comment on the fact that British is still under a monarchy. I could talk about the inbreeding issues. I could talk about all that royalty nonsense. I could do that. But what I'm going to do is not insult British people for most of this video, which is going to take a lot of strength of character. So we're going to just jot that down, that I'm stronger than my past self, and my past self is a coward and would take this opportunity. Didn't you insult their names before? You literally insulted their names before you even started to get into the main topic of the video. Anyways, for years, the global message around elite misconduct was simple, cruel, and very consistent, very fun, very easy. 2 words, 2 amazing words. Nothing happens. 2 other words, nothing sticks. Oh, sorry, let me go to my favorite one. Nothing matters. Accountability. That's folklore. That's Paul Bunyan. That's mythos. That's Icarus. Who cares about that? That's Daedalus. That's Minotaur speak. So when an arrest happens, when it actually happens, when police vehicles arrive at a royal estate and a man in his 60s is taken into custody, that's great. I'm happy. I'm kicking my feet, jumping for joy. Oh, buddy, who are we going to get next? Maybe we're going to get other people in the Epstein files. This is really good. The contrast with the United States makes this worse. The American system has spent years drowning the public in documents, leaks, names, timelines, and then doing absolutely nothing with any of it. The Epstein files in the US has become content. Oh, it's a content cycle. Drama YouTubers are making videos about it. CoffeeZilla is doing more work than anybody ever seen in my entire life. This is insane. See, there's no actual cases going on because we released everything. The public can decide what to do with it. No, don't let me decide what to do with it. I won't follow the law. Don't let me decide. Discourse is happening instead of prosecutions. We got so many thumbnails that I'm not even sure if we're ever going to get an indictment. Are we going to get an indictment? Really? That's institutional choice. That is an institutional choice. The U.S. Department of Justice released roughly 3.5 million pages, 2,000 videos, and 180,000, 18 and then 4 zeros after. 180,000? That's 180,000. That's 180,000 images on January 30th. Roughly, very roughly, half the total files. While the rest deemed, this is not eligible for release. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche stated in early February that the release files don't necessarily provide grounds to prosecute anyone. It really, technically, doesn't really, if they're talking about horrible stuff in here, it doesn't really matter. You're crazy. You are insane. You are nuts. Some are saying, this is crazy. We should leave this to local authorities. Are you a psychopath? You know what's crazy? The Epstein files aren't even a political issue. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but they're not. If you really pin it to the dish, they're a Department of Justice issue, but it's not a political issue. It got turned into a political issue because we kept pressuring to get them released. Now that it is a political issue, we now get to see politics at work. Prince Andrew is facing action now, while American figures tied to Jeffrey Epstein, they're untouched. Wanna know why? It's because the evidence suddenly materialized. Right? No, that's not true. That's not true at all. It's the U.S. refusing to pursue its own elites. They don't have the same seriousness as the royal family. They don't got it in a system. They don't got it in a bud. Other countries are no longer willing to wait for American permission to act. They don't care. When U.S. power center, when U.S. power, when it stalls, when it deflects, when it tries to protect, when all this stuff happens, foreign jurisdictions step in. Accountability is being outsourced because nobody cares. See, people can argue technicalities all day, but the political reality is very obvious. Let's see, such as Pam Bondi, Kash Patel. The reason these people suck is because if they were handling Prince Andrew, this brother wouldn't even be in a prison cell. As a matter of fact, he'd be in Trump's cabinet, is what Prince Andrew would be. That's where he'd be at. See, we got loyalty, games, optics, institutional shielding. That's what we got, because they matter a lot more than justice. In a recent House Judiciary Committee hearing, Bondi was asked to turn around and face the Epstein survivors seated behind her, including the family of Virginia Giuffre, who passed away by the taking of her own life last year, and apologized for the department's handling of their trauma. She refused, calling it political theater. Comedian Tim Dillon talked about her. That's crazy. Tim Dillon? You had Tim on you? That's crazy. She pivoted to the stock market. That's right. Who cares if we kidnapped their children? We don't care about that. The Dow was up. All right. And what she said was actually worse than what I'm talking about. She said way worse than what I'm giving her so much liberty right now. Whether through inaction, selective enforcement, or endless procedural delay, the result stays the same. No arrest, no trials, no consequences. The absence of this action is so loud to me. It's so loud to me. You know what other countries are doing? Work. They're actually doing work. France has opened 2 preliminary investigations linked to the Epstein case, one examining offenses of the sexual conduct, including potential human trafficking by an organized group, the other focusing on financial crimes. Paris prosecutor Laura Becue has urged potential victims in France to come forward, stating that investigators will analyze open sources, complaints, and testimonies. The United Kingdom reopened, I think, lines of inquiry that have been potentially radioactive for years. I believe that's what's going on there. And with multiple police forces now assessing Epstein ties to British airports and coordinating a nationally led effort, even smaller jurisdictions have shown more spine simply because they cannot afford to look complicit. When your national legitimacy isn't propped up by global dominance, you cannot survive by pretending nothing happened. And this exposes something wildly, deeply uncomfortable about American exceptionalism. The U.S. talks endlessly about the rule of law, and it doesn't do that. There's a hierarchy of law. There's no rule. See, consequences scale inversely with wealth and influence. You get away with more if you're at the top. Simple as that. Accountability is not real. Files are released so people can argue forever while nothing changes structurally. That's it. Other nations are starting to treat that approach as this bankruptcy. It's deep bankruptcy. And they're acting accordingly. Prince Andrew's arrest, to me, isn't some big miracle. It isn't, oh, we finally got him. No, it isn't even proof the system works. It's proof that systems work only when they are forced to, and that pressure does not currently exist inside the United States. Justice has to be cornered. The silence around American elites tied to Epstein grows louder every time another country moves forward. Every foreign arrest is an indictment of U.S. inaction by comparison. The moment matters. For me, Prince Andrew, it matters. It matters because it shows accountability is real, selective, and political. It's not mythical, but it's real. It's here. It's here. It matters because it proves that consequences exist when power structures stop protecting themselves. And it matters because the U.S. is being left behind morally while pretending to lead legally. We are the transparency. We love transparency. Justice is finally happening somewhere. And the worst part is that it had to happen without America, without old Uncle Sam, U.S., without us. Anyways, very happy Prince Andrew is actually facing some accountability for his crimes. It sucks indefinitely to actually see the fact of the matter that people are actually saying that this is insane, that it's actually happening. This is crazy. This is how the law works, dude. This is how it should work. So let me know your thoughts about Prince Andrew's arrest in the comment section down below. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. Hopefully you like, comment, and subscribe, and you enjoy my content. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to comment and tell me your thoughts about everything, and let me know how you feel. With that being said, I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, slow. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you